So let us first discuss the five major classification of the Philippine folk dance. So the Philippines consists of 7,641 islands as of now. Correct me if I'm wrong, message me if I'm wrong, okay? But according to the latest data by the National Mapping and Resource Information Authority, the Philippines has a total of 7,641 islands as of now, and is broken down into three groups of islands. Each of these regions contain different languages, history, religion, and tradition, with each region having different influence in their arts, crafts, and ancestorial dances. So let us first discuss Cordillera dance. Cordillera, a name given by the Spaniards when they first saw the mountain ranges, meaning knotted rope. The Spanish term refers to the jumbled rolls and dips of this long range traversing the northern part of Luzon Island. They are pagan, living simple lives to appease their gods. Their rituals celebrate their daily lives, a good harvest, health, peace, war, and other symbols of living. Such traditions have survived the changing scope of the Philippines, and the tribes continue to maintain their cultures that are a part of the colorful cultural fabric known as Philippine culture. So we have here an example. This is also known as a banga. This dance is banga. This dance displays the Igorot women on their way to the river to fetch the daily water supply for their families. It shows the skill and strength of the women as they would carry heavy laden clay pots or banga full of water. Their grace and agility while balancing the heavy pots, sometimes stacks 5 high, is a testament of the Filipino and how hardships become an art form and talent. So as a young girl, you would start with only one pot. Of course, as you become older and more experienced, along with the fact that you could provide more water for your family in one trip, pots could be stocked as high as 5 or 6. The more pots you could carry showed your skill and also your standing among the women of that area. They would all gather and march to the river each day singing a native song which is represented by the flute and banging of bamboo on iron pots in the dance. So this dance is also known as banga. Now, let us proceed with the second one, the Spanish influence dances. Nearly almost 400 years of Spanish rule left an unremovable mark on the Philippines. Spain brought with them all aspects of their culture to the islands. This includes the Catholic faith, clothing, and dance. The Barong Tagalog and the Terno are Philippine interpretation of Spanish dress made to fit the humid climate of the Philippines. Aside from creating their own versions of European fashion, Philippine aristocrats created Filipino adaptations of European dances as well. This includes jotas, fandangos, mazurkas, and waltz that were danced by young socialites to the string music of the rondalla. So we have here an example. This dance is called Paseo de Iloilo. This is one of the most sophisticated courtship and flirtation dance of the Spanish era. The gentlemen compete among each other to win the heart of the dalaga or young lady by exemplifying chivalry, grace, and confidence. One of the most sophisticated courtship and flirtation dance of the Spanish era, the gentlemen compete among each other by exemplifying chivalry and confidence. That is Paseo de Iloilo, an example of Spanish influence dance. And now let's proceed with the Muslim dance. Aside from the colorful contribution of its regional tribes, Mindanao is home to the largest cultural minority in the Philippines, the Muslims, brought by Javanese and Middle Eastern traders. Islam is the religion of approximately 20% of the Philippine population. They are known for their mysticism, royalty, and beauty, which are evident in their music and dances. Accompanied by the agong, and kulintang, Filipino Muslim dance is marked by intricate head and arm movement along with shimmering costumes. So we have here an example. This dance is called Zingkil. This is from Lanao, Mindanao. Singkil dance takes its name from the sworn bells worn on the ankles of the Muslim princess, perhaps one of the oldest of truly Filipino dances. The Singkil recounts the epic legend of the Darangan of the Maranao people of Mindanao. This epic, written sometime in the 14th century, tells the fateful story of Princess Gandingan, who was caught in the middle of forest during an earthquake caused by the Diwata or fairies or nymph of the forest. The rhythmic clapping of the crisscross bamboo poles represent the trees that were falling, which she gracefully avoids. Her slave loyally accompanies her throughout her ordeal. Finally, she is saved by the prince. Dancers wearing solemn faces and maintaining a dignified pose, being dancing at a slow pace, sh- which soon progresses to a faster tempo, skillfully manipulated appear or fans, which represent the wind that proved to be auspicious. These dancers weave expertly through crisscross bamboos. When performed by ladies of the royalty of Lanao, excuse me, the dancer is usually accompanied by a waiting lady who holds a beautiful decorated umbrella over the princess' head wherever she goes, also known as payongera. Royal princesses to this day in the Sulu archipelago are required to learn this most difficult and noble dance. So that is Singkil, an example of Muslim dance. Now let us discuss the fourth one, also known as the tribal dance. So these are dances from various tribes. Tribes such as the Tibuli, Bilaan, Manobo, Bagobo, and other groups inhabit the vast regions of Mindanao. Like their northern Luzon counterparts, these groups honor pagan gods for the fruits and trials of daily life. What distinguishes them from the other tribes in the Philippines is their intricate craftsmanship in metal, clothing, and jewelry. These tribes pride themselves in their concept of beauty and are known for creating colorful sets of jewelry, including out of dyed pineapple and banana fibers, which are showcased in their traditional dances. So we have here an example. This is dugso. This is also known as a dance of Thanksgiving. Okay, now let us proceed with the fifth one, rural dance. Rural dance, or also known as countryside dance, perhaps the best known and closest to the Filipino heart, are the dances from the rural Christian lowlands, a country blessed with so much beauty. To the Filipino, these dances illustrates the fiesta spirit and demonstrate a love of life. They express a joy in work, a love for music, and pleasure in the simplicities of life. Typical attire in the um, rural include the colorful balintawak and the patadyong skirt for the women, and camisa de chino and colored trousers for the men. One example of a rural dance is binasuan. So, this is binasuan. Um, This is a popular folk dance that originated in Bayambang, Pangasinan. The word binasuan means with the use of drinking glasses. The dancers balance glasses on their heads and in their hands as they move. The glasses are filled with rice wine, which makes any missteps a messy mistake. People dance binasuan at wedding and festival.